After all the time and money that we've spent to get here, facing yet another roadblock that could derail this project is a tough pill to swallow. The inspection went literally as bad as it possibly could have. If you're new here, hey, I'm Tyler and this is Todd. After years of chasing promotions and feeling like we couldn't get ahead living in a city, we hit our limit. So we bought a 1996 RV for $5,000, gave it a quick facelift and took off. No destination, just freedom. We bounced from campsite to campsite all across Canada and the USA until we found a spot that felt like home. From there, we got to work. Taking inspiration from all the places we'd seen on our travels, we turned our raw piece of land in the middle of the woods into a fully functioning off-grid homestead. Power, water, food, all handled. The centerpiece, a house we built ourselves using 4 shipping containers. Are you ready for the best part? 0 monthly bills thanks to the solar array we built that covers all of our electricity needs, as well as this glycol system that provides us heat. The only catch is for a system like this to work, it needs to have a body of water to store all that excess energy. Even though we've attempted more DIYs than we can count, for some reason we thought we'd be in over our heads building our own pool. Big mistake. For the last few weeks, we've brought you along as we fixed the shoddy work from the pool company and tried to get this project back on track. We waterproofed and wrapped the exterior with extra insulation, fixed plumbing issues, installed and insulated the water lines, backfilled the pool with load after load of rock. We built a wraparound cedar deck, cut out the incorrectly installed liner, and spent days and days sanding glue off the walls. From there, we applied 3 coats of a membrane on all of the surfaces in order to waterproof and lock in the concrete, finally allowing us to start tiling. But not just any tile, one specifically designed for the freeze and thaw cycles we're accustomed to in our neck of the woods. With the tile behind us and just a few more steps until we can fill the pool, we're riding a high on how beautiful all of this has come together. Despite getting some devastating news that adds thousands and thousands of dollars to this project, but don't worry, we have a plan for that too. We post a new video every Sunday and sometimes on Wednesdays, so if you end up enjoying today's video, we have hundreds more just like it over on our channel, so hit the subscribe button and make sure you turn on the notification bell so you always know when we post a new one. All right, let's get to work.
So you think you'll be done tomorrow, you said?
And I can get the epoxy done tomorrow, yeah.
That's crazy.
And try to get that whole base started Monday.
Oh, fuck, I was like, oh, the epoxy's done, it's ready to go.
It is ready.
This section here, it won't come up, but if I got one of those scrub daddies, like a sponge, would that work in here?
But yeah, whatever makes it easier, yes. Like Todd, once this epoxy seals,
Yeah?
there's no like chemical leakage or anything like that.
It does look like it looks really heavy.
It looks awful to clean too, because it just looks like it just keeps smearing like.
This is beautiful, man. Get that gray, I think.
Yeah, it turned out really nice.
Man.
And just with like the trees and stuff, that's, I think, the color of it all.
But I like blue and green anyway, so
Yeah.
right up my alley. Hey, do you want something? We're going in town. You want...
No, I'm good. I just had a smoothie. Thanks, though.
Okay. We'll be back in about a half hour.
All right, sounds good. Huge shout out to Bill and Chico, David, for all the work on this. We're on the final step, which is the grout. So this is an epoxy grout, which stops the water from going into the grout and, you know, deteriorating it over time. So as they're applying it, I then have to go behind them with this spray here. And what it does is it gets off the little pieces of the grout that are left on the glass tiles so that they're nice and smooth. He said we could kind of leave it on and, you know, have a bit more traction, but it is way nicer because this tile is obviously a pool tile, so it's not a slippery one. Naturally. So yeah, that's just kind of what we're doing, but I gotta change out the water because it gets really milky really fast. And it's hard on the arms. I'm thinking we should put the water slide here because you can come into the pool. You could step out here, you know, go, just hit me. I've been struggling because I know Ty's never gonna go for it to come out of the bedroom window. Probably not a good idea either, you know, trying to sleep in, but people are trying to go down the water slide.
For a chance to just let loose and do my thing.
All right, so I've got it all done till you guys get ahead a bit. I got that wall to go, but yeah, you guys do your thing and then I'll just go behind.
That's right.
Looks really good though.
You guys were smart tiling this.
Yeah, because then it's done. Like this will last us out forever.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Is it pretty rough to mix?
That?
You just don't want to go too fast.
Yeah, it says use a low speed drill, right? That's why we don't want to use my big one.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Do you want me to go behind you with the yellow sponge, David?
Yeah, that would work.
The key is, Todd, the little bit that's right here, we're trying not to track it, right?
Okay, so.
Track it around.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because if it goes hard on us, Scrape off, but it's a little harder.
Watch this, it's a brand new thing. Make sure that you don't bleed. Get ready, I got something that you can't miss. Watch this.
All right, so after 24 hours of cure time, the epoxy grout is officially finished. It is such a crazy feeling to finally see this come together. We're so excited to hear what you guys think of the look, so leave a comment down below or give this video a thumbs up if you think it was a good choice. Now, time to trim out the top of the pool. The coping stone was too heavy for the tractor, so I brought a few down by hand to lighten the load, which did the trick. From there, we just needed to come up with a layout and a plan for how the coping stone will sit on the edge of the pool. I'm excited to see what it looks like.
I know, it's crazy. Only took 2 years to get it done.
We'll caulk this edge here.
Yeah.
We won't put epoxy in it, because if we put epoxy in it, we'll mess all this right up here.
Yeah. Do you think a little bit of a lip would be good? Because normally the pools have.
I don't want a huge lip
Not a
because
huge
it
one.
pushes your back out when you're leaning.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you have a good point.
Yeah.
You have a good point, especially if you're going to be sitting on this. Yeah.
Yeah, like you're.
No,
Yeah, I guess it's like jabbing you in the spine. Didn't think about that.
But no, this is good. I'm just trying to get it, how many we can lay out here, if we can miter them, if we can't miter them, what we can do, right?
Yep.
You got me kind and quiet.
You're a silly boy. You're silly.
This is your pool, Charlie.
You're going to be jumping in here and swimming, aren't you?
This is just going to be in our way.
Yeah, just supervising, making sure everything's done correctly. Eddie's first in the pool.
Oh, Eddie's the first one. Are you coming in?
Watch your finger.
Are you coming in the pool? Wow, Eddie.
Oh, the temperature's a little cold.
Come on. Is this the type of thing where you dry fit everything, like get everything cut and then
Yeah.
put them?
And then I'll take it and put the mix to them, right?
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, that looks good.
Yeah,
Really good.
yeah.
So once all the coping stones were set in place, we waited 24 hours for them to dry, and then we could finally take the tent down, which we were just so excited to see what this is gonna look like.
Yeah, it was pretty cool to have the big white blob out of the space.
It's been such an eyesore, you guys.
Yeah, and like actually see the tile and all its beauty in sunlight, and then we got to work on putting some furniture out so we can start to, you know, figure out the spaces and the feel of the deck.
Yeah, every decision we've made so far, I'm just so happy. Like the tile with the grout, it's beyond what I was picturing it looking like.
Yeah, it's really starting to come together. So then we had the electrician come and he did some last minute wiring in the mechanical room for the pool and, you know, did some testing to make sure everything's good, that it's ready to work so that we're ready for the inspection, which we had this afternoon.
And the inspection went literally as bad as it possibly could have. Not because anything that the electrician did was wrong, but because of a code change. And I want to make something super clear. Anytime that we have electrical work, Todd and I never do it because where we live, it's against the law. It has to be done by an electrician. And not only that, it has to be inspected by Nova Scotia Power. It doesn't matter whether you use a generator, you live on batteries, you're totally off grid. Connected to the grid, any form of electricity that's generated where we live is subject to their inspections. Just a disclaimer.
Yeah, which is like kind of, you know, a conflict of interest that the provincial government has handed all that over to a for-profit company, but that's a conversation for another day.
We'll put a pin in that for now.
Where we're at is because this pool is so far behind schedule, the code has actually changed while we've been working on it. So last
year.
Yeah, last July 2024, a new code came in that requires any pool across Canada to have a bonding system. So this requires a mesh grid of bare copper wire 4 to 6 inches below the finished grade of outside of the pool, 5 feet from the edge of the water. Like it has to go that far back.
Like it's a massive amount of copper, you guys. And it's not just like thin wire, it's number 6, which is like heavy duty thick copper.
It just adds such, like, it's another example of red tape and bureaucracy in this country really adding to the cost of trying to build a house, the delays in it, and just all of it. I don't know, it just seems like it's for profit for the copper company, or, you know, the code changes for the insulation and that's for profit for the insulation company. It just really seems like a conflict of interest that you have all these executives of building material companies and construction companies setting the requirements for houses. But again, that's another conversation for another day.
Yeah, it's like we're We could talk for like literally 30 minutes about how frustrated we are, but the point being is this code change that came into effect. The reason that it needs to happen is if you stepped out of the pool and 1 foot was in the pool and 1 foot was on the ground, there's a difference in potential, it's called. And we're not experts in this. This is just the electrician explaining it to us. And there is a very small chance that you could get a shock, but it wouldn't be like, you wouldn't get electrocuted. It's the current in the ground differs from the current in the water. So a long story short is, it is our opinion that we shouldn't have to do this, because if the pool was completed 3 years ago, then we would have never required it.
And how is the pool being completed now any less safe than what the code would have been 3 years ago? Because the last I checked, this hasn't been an overly huge issue over the last several thousand years of human population that we've been creating holes and pools to swim in, but thank God we're taking care of it now.
So where we're at, the inspector wants us to rip up the deck and excavate around it so we can put in this system all around the pool, which that's not going to happen, because not only would that cost like 10 grand to do, if not more, it would take probably a month worth of work. So we're trying to get an exception to not have to do that. And it's just like, it sucks because we were like, oh, okay, like finally, after all of this work tiling, everything that we've accomplished the last few weeks, we were like, we're going to be able to fill it today. And
I ironed my Speedo last night to get in the pool tonight.
For what?
For what?
For nothing.
It's going to get wrinkled before the pool's filled again.
Anyway, we're trying not to be like Debbie Downers and just, I don't know. We're frustrated, and we don't want to filter this experience because it has been a lot of hard work to get here. And
we also want to warn you, don't build in Nova Scotia.
Yeah, for real. It's a headache. So I want to focus on doing things that are actually like bringing us joy and making us happy.
And spending time with the little man, hey.
Yeah.
But I was thinking about it, like, I kind of want to change the vibes because I feel like we've been pretty down today. Like, it's just every time you get a little bit of wind in your sails, like, you get a big old hole in the sail so you can't capture the wind.
Yeah.
So I was thinking I'm going to run to the store and get a few things and kind of do something we can.
Barbecue?
Kind of like that. I guess it's a barbecue in the making. You'll see when I'm home.
Okay.
All right. I'll see you in a little bit.
Barbecue in the making. Okay, so I know I mentioned this in the last video, but this is such a crazy deal. You have to take advantage of it. For the next few days only, Jackery's entire lineup of portable battery banks is up to 65% off. We've owned several different types of Jackery's over the last 5 years, and at this point, it's not even fair to call them portable battery banks. They really are generators that just happen to run on solar. There's so many different sizes available as well, from the E300, which is super portable, all the way up to the Jackery 5000, which is a whole home backup. A lot of you have been asking if we could choose only one, which would we go with? It really is best to choose the one that's best for your needs, how you're going to use it like 90% of the time. But if I had to, I would probably go with the Jackery 2000. If we didn't have the Jackery 2000, we never would have been able to live in the RV as long as we did. It fully powered it, and we just had solar run outside, and the Jackery panels would recharge it. The benefit of that one was we could still use it for other things like recharging our tool batteries, which pull a lot of power. I'm probably a little biased because I know how much we put our Jackeries through the ringer over the last few years, but they still work the exact same way they did when we first got them. And that sort of reliability and longevity is important, because if you're using this for a whole home backup and a hurricane comes or you're without power for days on end, you need it to be reliable and you need it to work. If you take a look at their website and you're still confused on which one's best for you, or you have any questions about our experiences with them, leave a comment down below. I'll do my best to answer them. This is the best part though. If you do scan that QR code or click the link, you're gonna get a deal you won't find anywhere else, and you're supporting our channel because Jackery is gonna give us a small commission if you end up buying one. So definitely check that out. And again, I'm sure it goes without saying, we would only be recommending this if we really loved the product. It has been so reliable for us over the last few years. Make sure you scan that QR code. You will not be disappointed. This is totally something that we wish we did sooner in the year, especially because we're really into summer now. I don't know how well this is gonna go, but we're doing it.
Yeah, it's time to put the garden in. I think the spring just got away with, you know, moving and then everything with Charlie.
And then the pool, like it has been.
It's been a lot, and we
Yeah.
also lost most of the seeds that we started. So this is what was left at the garden center. So we're gonna have a discount vegetable garden this year, and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, July is pretty late. Definitely the latest that we've done, hey?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Normally we try and go in at like the end of May and we're running around covering things with blankets. So at least we don't have to do that this year. It's a silver lining. All right, what's our plan, Stan?
Well, we're gonna just kind of figure out where things are gonna go, and like some of them, like that one I don't think is overly gonna do good, but it had a few little leaves on it, so
Had some potential.
I wasn't sure. But these are all pumpkins because I figured Halloween was gonna be around the corner.
Halloween's always a hit around here. We always do well with pumpkins. Is this just a tour of what you got?
I'm trying to figure out where things are going,
Oh, okay.
like what we got, because we were limited to with what was left. These are the tomatoes, so they might as well go in the bin that they always go in. This one is cucumber.
Cucumber.
They're Macklemore, and you know what? I love his music. Oh, market more. That's stupid. So
Do
these
you
are
want to give those to me? I can get started on the tomatoes.
sure.
They're a little rough for the wear too, aren't they?
You know what? I feel like I can relate to them. When you take all the dead ones off, they just look like palm trees.
Yeah, there's not much to them, eh? Hope this works.
Split the roots a little bit to help them so that they're not as root bound going in.
Give them a fighting chance.
Like, we gotta do what we can here, you know? Holy, some of these are so sad. Like, they're begging to be put out of their misery. And we're like, grow,
We believe in you.
be the best you. It still has some alive roots, so let's see what happens.
Yeah, you never know.
You never know. It will be sad if none of them grow and we have to look at an empty garden all summer. I might have to go steal plants from people if that happens. Oh!
What?
Oh, that's a big spider. Oh, and it's got its little like sack of spiders with it, I think. Or it's put on some weight.
So these are red sweet bells.
Red sweet bells, red sweet bells. These are yellow sweet bells. Yellow sweet bells.
That reminds me of that song from Hercules.
I fell asleep during that movie.
What? No, I mean like the kids movie.
Yeah, I
Or
fell
any
asleep.
any version of Hercules. That song is in it. Bless my soul, Herc was on a roll.
Was that how it goes?
Yeah?
Wow. You must sing that often.
No.
And then we'll do these in the row there once the camera moves, because you put it.
I can move it now. You gotta move, folks.
Sorry, folks, you're in the way.
He put the glad in gladiator. I can't believe you've never
That stuff didn't do it for me. Like Pocahontas, that wasn't for me either.
Oh no.
I liked live action movies.
Do you remember Xena Warrior Princess?
Wasn't into it.
Oh my god, well, forget about you. You have no taste. I don't even think you can call yourself gay if you weren't into Xena.
I just wasn't into things like that. It's like, I was obviously gay though, Tyler, because I had the whole Anne of Green Gables box set on VHS. That's all I wanted for Christmas.
Yeah, well, all I wanted for Christmas was Xena Warrior Princess's outfit, and my dad bought it for me.
Really?
Yeah.
And then he was shocked you were gay.
I know.
Imagine if there's no such thing as a green pepper and people are just too impatient to wait for them to turn red or yellow. All this time, it's just been like one impatient farmer.
Oh, that's a huge spider.
That's the one I was saying was a big spider.
I wasn't expecting it to be that big.
I wouldn't lie to you, my love. I chased one of those out of the
Oh my
dome
god,
today.
it has a whole...
I said I think it has the little sack of its babies. Don't kill it, they're good.
I know. Look at the size of this.
It's huge.
Huge. But I'm gonna put him under here.
It's clearly a she if it has a sack of babies.
That makes sense.
There's some eggplant.
Where do you want that to go?
I don't know, we'll have to find a spot to see where it'll fit.
Oh my god.
Perfect one, yeah, I know. You got me feeling all these emotions when you're right here next to me. It's so evergreen.
All those years ago when we were standing right here spreading that hay and like stomping, would you have ever thought?
Like, I thought it was gonna stay that mucky mess forever.
This whole area turned out unbelievable, and like the pond, all of it. The craziest thing about it too is like it actually was from scratch. Like none of this existed. Like it was just forest.
And you know, if it wasn't for the crew of 200 that come in when we turn the cameras off to do all the work,
Yeah.
like, this place would have never got done.
If only. How much easier would it be, like, life on HGTV?
I really do love squash.
Yeah, squash is so good.
It's so good. It's so just yummy and creamy. We're just gonna let this area overgrow with squash, I guess.
Yeah.
Fruits by fruits will just be squash by fruits this year. Okay, so we got 3 more eggplant. Where are we gonna put them? What? Earl. Earl! Why would you do that, Earl? I literally just planted it. Oh my God.
Oh, I really fucked up this time.
Oh, fuck, I really put my foot in it.
I guess it's confusing. He's like, hey, why do you get to dig?
So you can dig, but I can't? This is shit. I would space those out a bit more.
Well, that's where they are.
I choose to plant my garden in the row house style.
You don't use that style? It's proven very successful. This is such a good idea, the seed book. Like, it just keeps everything so organized.
Yeah.
You would have it, though, organized by vegetables and then annuals, perennials.
If I'm looking for a perennial, I need to know where to start.
Obviously.
Duh.
Oh, that's it? You just make a row?
Yeah, and then I just,
Dump them in?
yeah.
Oh, that's so easy.
Yeah. And then once they start growing, I just lead them towards this and then they take off.
And then this whole thing will be just wrapped in beans.
Yeah.
Good job, team. You were so helpful, Earl.
Thank you, Earl.
Remember that time when you were ripping out all of the plants? Do you remember that?
Great
That was a
memories.
Great memories.
I can't wait to tell my mom about them on the way home. She must be coming to pick me up soon.